What poignant words by Dan. Exceptional. The next category is Benefactor. The nominees for Benefactor are Gloria Estefan, Craig Neilsen, and Dana Reeve. The 2007 SCI Hall of Fame is honored to induct two individuals whose recent passing our community has mourned greatly in the category Benefactor, Dana Reeve and Craig Neilsen. A founding board member of the Christopher and Dana Reeve Foundation, Dana Reeve succeeded her late husband, another great benefactor, as chair in 2004. She established the foundation's quality of life initiatives, including the grant program, which is awarded more than $8 million. That was done for dramatic effect that time, by the way. Poorly. To support $8 million, to support programs and projects that improve the daily lives of people living with paralysis. No one would argue that. Craig Neilsen was a visionary whose leadership, untiring efforts, and constant attention to detail formed the basis of a successful business and later the creation of the Craig H. Neilsen Foundation, which has contributed millions of dollars primarily toward spinal cord research and rehabilitation programs around the nation. Dana and Craig have left enormous legacies for all of us to emulate. Accepting the medallion for Dana Reeve is Peter Wilderotter, president of the Christopher and Dana Reeve Foundation. Peter.
Thank you. One of my favorite sayings of Dana's is, living a life worth meaning means spreading the word. It was only in March that we renamed the foundation on the anniversary of her passing to include her name, but her contributions were really felt years before for the work that she did. I would like to just sort of recognize three of them. First, as was stated, she's created our quality of life program. Second thing is that she created and lent her name to the Paralysis Resource Center. And I think the third thing that she would be most proud of, and what mentioned tonight, is that she hired Joe Canos to run both of those programs. And if Joe will stand up for a second. And I mentioned Joe because Dana really adored Joe. I thought I would just leave you with some inspiration and some thoughts from Dana. There's a formula Chris and I use all the time. When you feel least like doing it, do something for someone else. And then you forget your own situation, and it gives you purpose, as opposed to being sorrowful or lonely. I know that Dana would be very, very proud to be inducted with all the honorees and all the nominees, especially Susie Harkema. And on behalf of the foundation, we will continue both her and Chris's great work. Her sisters thank you, and her family thanks you.
And now accepting the medallion for Craig Neilsen is Craig H. Neilsen, Advisory Committee member and a dear friend and former and fellow alum of the University of Illinois of mine and Cody.
Good evening. Thank you so much. Such an honor to be able to accept this award on behalf of Craig H. Neilsen. And I'm really delighted that this award, which honors an important friend and supporter of the spinal cord injury community, Craig Neilsen, is being honored tonight. Craig was an entrepreneur with an MBA and a JD. He ran a successful real estate development and construction firm in southern Idaho. Craig also had an interest in a roadside casino in northern Nevada that he had envisioned turning into a destination resort. Craig experienced a high-level spinal cord injury from a car accident in November of 1985, yet he was undeterred. Following his rehabilitation, he was back at work fighting to stop the banks from foreclosing on his properties. Craig turned that roadside casino into a destination resort, and in 1993, he expanded his casino interests and took Ameristar Casinos public. He purchased more properties and built the company into 7 high-end properties in 5 states. And while Craig worked hard, he also enjoyed helping others. 5 years ago, he established his private foundation to focus the majority of his donations on helping others with spinal cord injury. He set up a scientific review board to help evaluate research grants. He also set up a program grant review board, which I sit on, with Jim Cesario from Mount Sinai Hospital, who's also here this evening. In the foundation's first few years, Craig donated nearly $7 million to support SCI research and rehabilitation throughout North America. Sadly, Craig passed away just a year ago. He left his foundation a significant endowment, which will be used to help improve the quality of life for those of us living with spinal cord injury and to support research to pursue his dream of finding a cure for paralysis. Craig was not just a philanthropist, he was an inspiration to his family, to his companies, to his foundation. And on behalf of the foundation, I want to thank you for this award, recognizing Craig's important contribution to the spinal cord injury community. Thank you.